Hi YouTube, Robert here. I got another fishing tip for you, and this is a tip for using worms as bait. Sometimes you don't want to use a full worm, and you just want to break it in half and just use half a worm. But I found that when I put my half back in the container with the other live worms, that sometimes it's really hard to find your other half a worm because sometimes he'll bury himself. So what's been helping me is I have an empty container and I put a little bit of dirt in there, and then I just put my other half, my half that I just cut, I put it in the other container. So when that other worm, the other half of the worm that I'm using for bait, when I needed to use another worm, I could just go to that empty container, and then I can just simply reach in there and grab the other half, and I don't have to worry about it, finding it through all the other live worms and everything like that. It's just a tip that it's helped me out tons. And I found too, because I remember one time I was doing that. I would cut off the half of the worm that I was using, and then what I would end up doing is I would put the half that I just cut into the other container full of the live worms, and then I went home, and yeah, half of my worms were dead. I don't know if that other half died and then it released toxins to the other worms. So that's another way to prevent that from happening too. Just take with you, it could be anything. It could be an empty worm container. I use an empty worm container and just put a little bit of dirt. When I get to my fishing spot, I just fill it up with dirt, just so it can hide underneath that dirt. And you don't have to ever search for the other half of your worm. And that's just another catfish tip from me. I hope you guys find that useful. Like if you like, and subscribe if you want. And have a good one. Thanks, YouTube.